The camera I have to look at? Okay, cool. Yeah, please do, live tweet, yeah. People behind, at the back of the... Don't stand in front of the beamer.
Please.
Please, okay, please, thank you Marcel, okay. You're my better half.
Yep.
I can only be impolite. So latest checks are now being done by my wonderful director Peter Hasenberg, performing his technical skills again tonight. Flew in, especially from the Netherlands, Amsterdam, to show that as a one-man band you can do a 6-camera live broadcast. So, okay, I must not forget, of course, our two lovely camera women here on the left and on the right. Christiane and Nancy, but... Okay, sorry. Yeah. Huh? It's going to be a really tough interview, eh? You know that, huh?
Is it like 60 minutes interview?
Yeah, 60 minutes, yeah. Like, we'll start with when you were born until this moment, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
We've done it before.
I've done it before, yes. Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome to another Friday at 6 show, your preferred moment to watch some real live Berlin tech entertainment. Today we hear from the shared office of ApeUnit, YourPainting, CoffeeCircle and Wonderpots. So guys, let's give them a big warm round of applause for hosting us here tonight. And the people you're now hearing are the people who are attending the live event. We were totally sold out. 250 people registered their name to come here to the show. And I'm super happy that they're all here because, you know, at 8 on a Friday night, you think maybe it's still, or you think it's late, but actually for a lot of people it's early because they're working so hard on their own startup. So thank you for coming here tonight. And they're very, very polite, so they're not giving themselves a warm welcome. So let's start with our first two guests. Afterwards, we'll have music, we'll have pitches, events, announcements, everything that you're used to get in a Friday at 6 show. But we'll start with our first two guests. They're standing already next to me. Marcel Duy and Koen Lentzen, ladies and gentlemen. Marcel Duy is the CEO of Tweak, and Koen Lentzen is from Tengelmann Ventures. So, guys, first time for you, Koen, at the Friday at 6 show, but second time already for Marcel Duy, because when were you here the first time at the Friday at 6 show?
I don't know the date anymore, but it was the event at Early Bird.
Yes,
yeah.
Almost 1 year ago.
Almost 1 year? I think
Yeah.
it was the second show, wasn't it?
The fourth show.
Fourth show, okay.
Are there things that have been changing since then? Did you notice some changes?
Yeah, quite some, right? I think the audience is about like 20 times the size, and yeah, it looks a bit more professional. I remember that last time I came actually too late, like half an hour, but also nobody really cared, so I just took a seat and started talking, so it was, yeah.
Yeah, actually it's a bit the same atmosphere now still, but there are a little bit more people. But okay, I mean, yeah, I've also seen the changes and I'm liking it a lot, so definitely there's a need. I mean...
You like it and you drive it, right? So it's...
I totally try to do that, yeah, but we keep it spontaneous. This is also something that I really like, to not do these standard interviews, you know, where there's like question, answer. Let's try to build something in this interview together, so I'm really curious what you're going to say. But for Koen, it's the first time. Koen, tell us what you do at Tengelmann Ventures.
Absolutely. Koen Lentzen, investment manager at Tengelmann, and my role at Tengelmann Ventures is to scout interesting startups and build big companies together with the founders. And CoffeeCircle, where we're a guest today, is one of our portfolio companies, and we're building one of the largest and best coffee companies in the world together.
Okay, but Tengelmann Ventures is based where?
Tengelmann Ventures is based in Mülheim an der Ruhr.
What?
Mülheim an der Ruhr.
So,
Has anybody heard
where
from
is
the
that?
Ruhrgebiet? It's in the Ruhr area in Germany,
Okay.
between Essen and Düsseldorf.
Yes.
It's 600 kilometers to the west from here.
Okay.
So a 4-hour train ride, and
Yes.
yeah, definitely worth a visit.
Yeah. So what's your take on Berlin? Is there only hype, or is there really something happening?
It's definitely something happening in Berlin. That's why I have my permanent residence in Berlin.
Ooh,
and
that's a good save.
commute
Yes.
to Mülheim for work, so to say.
Okay. But what is happening in Berlin then, according to you?
Well, Berlin is a 3.5 million large city. And,
Yeah, but we're talking about startups tonight, right?
Well, I looked today, I showed people a map from Berlin where all the startups are based in Berlin. And
Yeah, BerlinStartupMap.com?
BerlinStartupMap.com, 500 startups in Berlin, and that shows that there's something really big happening, and I think it can only grow bigger in many areas, many technology companies, e-commerce, etc., etc.
Yeah. Marcel, you came from Nokia, right? Nokia Berlin, actually?
Yeah, actually, I came from Gate 5, which was kind of an earlier startup based here in Berlin, and Gate 5 was acquired by Nokia, I think, back in 2006 or 7, and then I was for some time with Nokia, kind of experience corporate life, and then going back to do my own startup.
Yeah, because how did you like it, this corporate life?
It's different, right? So it's different than a startup environment. Everybody knows that it was kind of an uphill battle with Nokia. It was already visible a little bit internally, but we were kind of one of the good areas, the mapping area. It's still a very good business for Nokia, but still it was corporate, right? And I didn't like it that much, so I said let's quit this and do something on my own.
Yeah. So what do you do? Because there's a lot of people who know what Tweak does. Got some investment, right? I mean, but now in the second phase of really trying to establish like a core business.
Yes, so for us it's also, we like more to talk about the product than any kind of investment. So what we do, Tweak is, we call it the next generation TV guide, right? So we are building a product for people who grew up with linear television and who are nowadays totally confused of all the different sources, the fragmentation between linear TV, on-demand services, catch-up services, online video. So we want to be a one-stop destination to discover entertainment content in the evening on your couch.
Yeah.
And we...
But I mean, if you talk about second screen, right? Because this is what it more or less is. Or?
Yeah, it's not fully second screen. It's what people always put it into. A second screen, the idea is that you do something in parallel while you're watching live TV. For us, it's really about the discovery, right? We want the best content to find you instead of that you are looking for content, right? So it's more about the discovery. After that, we take you to the content. You can have a lean forward experience if you like. You can interact, but it is actually about like really enjoying watching movies, TV shows, and so on.
Yeah, and do you notice that also people understand that what you do is different from second screen? What have been, you know, the reactions so far from customers?
Yeah, they definitely understand it. I mean, you see it definitely in the product, right? It's not about aggregating live tweets to TV shows. It's really about telling you what can be interesting content for you to watch, discover like really great content, see what your friends are watching, recommending, giving great content to them.
Yeah. So Koen, we haven't prepared like a lot for this interview, I must say, but did you take a look before at Tweak?
Yeah, we've met before at a venture event in Berlin. It's a small world, it's a big network in Berlin. So I know what they are doing.
And why didn't you invest?
We didn't invest yet because Tengelmann from the origins is a retail company. So our initial investment focus was very much on the e-commerce side of
Will
the
that ever
business.
stay like that?
Well, we have a couple of investments in other fields as e-commerce, like in gaming. We're invested in Hitfox and Neonga. TradeMob is a mobile advertising platform.
Yeah, so you could have also invested in Tweak.
So we're looking to expand our investment opportunities and investment focus, and TV, interactive TV and second screen applications could be part of that. Yes.
I will try it for the last time. Why didn't you invest in Tweak?
Well, I used to work with Sony TV and I used to work with Endemol, and I have a little bit of a background in TV, I have to say, and this space is something which I still watch very closely.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% convinced myself how people will interact on the second screen with with the TV shows and with the TV.
But he says it's about discovery more than about this second screen thing.
I think it's two things. It is and discovery, and it's interacting with live shows that are on television, like an appointment with your favorite TV program.
Respond, Marcel?
Well, yeah, it's. I didn't say that the interaction part is not worthful or it's not something you should try, right? It's definitely a space there, but we are a very small team. We are still in the early days, and we focus on our product. And it's totally right that discovery is already like a pretty hard nut to crack, and we focus on that one first. It's enough for us, definitely.
Because I think it's a very interesting phase where Tweak is now in, because you got a lot of traction, and you know, in media you were there. I mean, 1 year ago, before the launch even, you were at FridayatSix, and after you received some investment, you were all over. But now you're actually, you know, focusing on the product itself, trying to make it work. How does it feel, you know, without all the attention, you know? What happens in the office of Tweak when everybody's not looking?
Oh, it's basically the same as 1 year ago, right? So, I mean, we focused 1 year on the product as well. It was not launched yet. We launched our iPad application back in March. We launched our iPhone application 3 weeks ago, and it's still just the same. So it's not about, if we are not on the press, we are not working. It's maybe even the opposite, right? Okay,
but is this harder for you guys than when you just started out?
No, it's not harder. It's what we have chosen, right? We want to build a product which people love. We try to get the feedback in. We try to build towards our vision. This is what we did 1 year ago, and what we're still doing today.
Yeah, but you told me before this interview, that you have to pivot all the time. You know, you're testing, you're trying out things. Sometimes there must be a moment that you think, where does this lead to?
No, I didn't say we are pivoting all the time. This would be really weird. But what we do is like we integrate a lot of feedback loops in order to identify what people really want, right? And I think this is pretty important, because it's for us. We are not rebuilding a given model, right? We are assuming a certain kind of paradigm change, that people no longer have to watch the public linear, private linear channels, but they can choose, right? They can create a personalized TV experience. They can have one, right? And we want to build one bridge towards it, and that's not like nobody really knows the track, so we need to be careful which steps to go.
Yeah. So obviously pivoting isn't the right word, but to having to adapt the product all the time.
Yes, yes.
Is this not something that is sometimes hard as a startup entrepreneur to, you know, experience, that there's not a direct line to, you know, building a product and a success?
No, I think you don't expect a direct line if you do a startup, right? So a direct line to success. This would be strange. I think it's all about priorities, right? You can't do everything. You need to have your vision for the product in mind. You need to build towards it, but you also need to be open for feedback and prioritize stuff on a weekly, on a monthly basis to see what is the most important point.
Metrics.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You observe a lot of startups, you know, even if you're not invested in them. What do you generally see when you look at a lot of startups? What big mistakes do they make in the early phase of their company?
I'm not sure, like, if they are making big mistakes. The startup founders, they have a vision, and they are very careful about building a great product and building features in it. Maybe a couple of issues that they have in the beginning is that they want too much initially, and you need to, focus their roadmap, not trying to do everything at once. And at Tengelmann, which is a thing that is very important for us, is like finances. We invest regularly in startups that already make revenues, and the most thing startups don't have is a controller or a CFO. These people in the early stages, they don't add that many value in startups. But as soon as a startup grows and make revenues, like something like accounting and bookkeeping and all these things become very important. And when investors are coming in and they are really shocked, like, where is your accounting? Where are your financials? And in the beginning...
Are you sometimes shocked how bad startups are with their numbers?
Yes, sometimes I am shocked, but I think it's part of the business as well. I come from a corporate investor, and we have a very strong controlling background, because it's an 11 billion company. If you don't check your numbers correctly, they can really go something very bad. So you need to check your numbers every time, and we have controllers checking the numbers, and I have to explain them, look, these are startup guys, they are building a product, they are entering a new market, look, they don't have a CFO yet. So I'm always defending the founders in front of the controlling, but I try to push them as well to get their financials in order, you know.
You must have like a really tough life that you have to defend your choices all the time internally at Tengelmann.
Well, if you love what you're doing and if you're really passionate about startups, it's like what you do, you know. It's
I mean, often people do forget that investors also have to, you know, pitch for their own money to get it invested in the end, right? I mean, this is also experience you have yourself, that you have to go and ask other people for money.
Yes, we are not a typical fund. We are a corporate fund. We are funded from the balance sheet from Tengelmann. So,
but there's somebody controlling you, right?
We have a budget session coming up, and we have to fight in front of the senior management to get a budget for next year.
Yeah. Any last message to your senior management before heading into this meeting? Do you need more?
Keep investing in in startups around Germany, around Europe, in the world, I would say.
Yeah, but
it pays off.
Are there any new investments coming up? Do we have to watch the Tengelmann Ventures press website for new things?
Definitely, we're going strong. We will be doing some announcement probably this year, but next year we will do investments as well.
Okay, so extending existing investments or new ones?
At the moment we have a portfolio of 20 companies, so we're really focused on them. But
come on, Koen.
I cannot announce something new.
FridayatSix show, come on.
We're always looking.
Yeah, okay, I've heard that one before. Marcel, I must say that I think that you are one of the most interesting entrepreneurs in Berlin. I really like also the product, but it is so hard, I find it, for a lot of startups, you know, to get the traction, you know, to have the marketing tools to get going. Sometimes even people say, you know, even if your product is that good, if you don't have the marketing skills, you won't make it in this huge market. Do you agree, or do you say, okay, we are going to make it?
I'm saying we are going to make it, right? But there's a phase for everything. So we are currently not in a phase where we do a lot of marketing, right? We don't have a marketing budget, and we don't need it currently. It doesn't make sense to buy people into the product at the current phase. So it is really about like getting those users we have, which is enough in order to build the product and really see how engaged they are and what makes them more engaged, right? But definitely you need those skills as well at a certain level.
Okay, so we make an appointment in 1 year. You will be back?
I'm coming back. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we listen to music, can I get another very big welcome for these two startup heroes, Koen Lensen and Marcel Douy. We have a very special act tonight. I'm super excited that they're here. It's a percussionist and a wonderful singer-songwriter. Her name is Teresa Bergmann, and his name is Alex. Guys, give it up for our musicians tonight! Teresa, first one with guitar, without a guitar?
With guitar.
With a guitar. So take your guitar. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Take your time. We have a whole hour of broadcast. No problem. So, Teresa, do you know what you are going to play?
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly. Because also musicians improvise a lot, right? They adapt themselves towards the circumstances. Yeah.
I like to make the set list. Is it on? I like to make the set list maybe 2 minutes before.
You made the set list 2 minutes before.
Normally.
Oh, normally, okay.
Today maybe 10.
Have you ever played in an office?
No.
No. Okay, that's very good. Go ahead, guys.
Guitar on you? Hello. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm Teresa, and the first song we're going to play is called Birds of a Feather. How can I wait for the day to come when it is clear that I need you here for many a song? Oh, the day I can find just what's in my mind and who I've become. For why should I make so many mistakes just to find out I'm wrong? But brother, my lover, what have I done? Brother, sweet lover, here's another song. How many ways, over how many days can I fuck up your life? And in how many songs do I sing it around when your love is so right? When still you will say we've got it made, that the ride's worth those bumps, and we'll go together like birds of a feather, we'll follow the sun. But brother, my lover, what have I done? Brother, sweet lover, here's another song. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. And how many times must I arrive at the same old song? Lamenting the past, holding it fast and refusing to budge. Oh, oh, it's how many times must I arrive at the same old song? But brother, my lover, what have I done? How can I wait for the day to come when it is clear that I need you here for many a song? Oh, the day I can find just what's in my mind and who I've become. Then we'll go together like birds of a feather, will follow the sun.
Super.
Thank you.
Really, and we're going to listen to you 3 more times, so that's wonderful. Okay, I would like to invite the next 2 guests here on stage, Martin Elvert from CoffeeCircle and Björn Welter from Wonderpots. Guys, are you around somewhere here? It's your own office, yes, must be that. Come on stage, Björn, don't be shy. Take a microphone, yellow or blue, doesn't matter. And there. So, if you think, oh my God, this is such a cool show, I have to be there. You know, pay attention because FridayatSix.com, there you can register for this event. And also, maybe you think, hey, my name should be attached to this show. That is also possible. Then you can send an email to sponsor@FridayatSix.com and we'll send you the best proposal ever. Guys, thank you so much for being able to do this show in this office.
Thank you for having you here and doing your show at our office.
Okay, that's so nice. We're going to do a small test. Unprepared, so it can go wrong. Björn, can you please show me on this map behind you where Ethiopia is?
Don't.
Around here. That's not very convincing, Björn.
That was Libya, by the way. Egypt.
Yeah, this is pretty awkward. Come on, Björn.
They spelled it wrong. That's
He
the reason
ate
why I
too
can't
much
find
yogurt
it.
ice cream. Okay, the Gulf of Aden. The Gulf of Aden. Let's do that one. That's
Come on,
easier.
it's even more difficult.
Yeah, I know. Hey, yes, he knew the Gulf of Aden. Okay, there's Ethiopia. Yes, there it is. Because, guys, you are here in an office with CoffeeCircle. And Martin, what's the story behind Ethiopia and CoffeeCircle?
Well, Ethiopia is basically the country where our coffee is from. So thanks. So it's definitely the country where you can source the best coffee in the world, and that's why I decided to source coffee from Ethiopia.
But, oh my God, what an incredible, complex country that is. One side of the country, it's green, it's wonderful, and the other side of the country is totally abandoned, famines, you know? I mean, how is that possible? How can you even trade with such a company, with such a country, yes?
Well, you have one important thing is that coffee is the most important product to export for Ethiopia. So no matter what the political situation is, it's going to be stable because every government, no matter whether it's democratic or not, needs coffee and needs to export coffee in order to get foreign money into the country. Yeah. So in terms of coffee industry, it's going to be stable. That's what we think. And it works quite well, apparently. Otherwise, yeah, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Björn from Wonderpots, you just started. This was a very mean question, right? Do you feel? No, yeah. Yeah, you learned something, you know, because you had to look, but in the end, you found it. I mean, you knew that it was Africa, you knew that it was the north of Africa, so you were almost there. I mean, Libya, Ethiopia, it's not that far away on the map. So, can everybody hear Björn, or can you? No, that's no problem. We'll just check what is, because otherwise it would be a shame, right? No. No. Yeah, maybe.
No? Oh, great.
If you turn the microphone on, yeah. It's okay. Yeah, he turned the microphone on. Yes, that's. Yeah, it's a tricky microphone. Yeah.
We are not a tech startup, so yeah.
That's a very good introduction. Is it on now? Because
it is on actually.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Because you're not a tech startup, but being in the tech scene, I received like 4 coupons before your first shop opened in the Georgenstrasse. So you were very present in the tech scene.
Yes,
Why?
Yeah, well, I'm a passionate entrepreneur, and I've planned to start businesses very early on, since I was 12 or 15, and but was always passionate about coffee and about ice cream and sweets and healthy treats and food. And lots of my friends have started startups, have had many exits, are living in San Francisco, and so I've been around entrepreneurs and startups all my life, really. Yeah.
So, and why yogurt ice cream? I mean, it's nice to eat, but can you earn any money with it?
Absolutely. We are 40 months old, 55 employees, 1.2 million in sales this year, and just opened a 3rd shop.
Okay, is that impressive? Are these good numbers? Yes, I think so. Yes.
He makes sales and revenues.
He makes revenues. Yeah.
Well. We are investing all our profits in HR actually and recruitment. So.
Of course. But even doing revenue is a pretty good thing for for a lot of tech startups.
We do revenue too.
Oh, you do revenue too. Okay, tell us your numbers then as well.
They're about let's say attractive.
Because your relation to tech is that you were in the beta house, right? One of the earliest breed of startups going to the beta house. Maybe it's interesting to ask you, what happened over the past years when you were in the beta house, because I think it also says something about the tech startup scene in Berlin.
Well, actually, there were not only tech startups at beta house, but I remember one day we actually moved from the 3rd to the 4th floor, and the 4th floor was just like cubicles for small startups. And right next to us, there were like very crazy guys sitting there, completely, really nuts. And it's Orderbird, by the way, and everybody knows them. So that was a success story. The other one was YourPainting. They just moved together with us here. And let's think about it. There are like 10 more stories I could tell you where really good startups basically grown out of Beta House now.
Yeah, it was really a cool place. If you want to go to Berlin, want to check out the startup scene, just go to the Beta House, walk in, they have free Wi-Fi down in the lobby, you can use it.
Excellent coffee.
And excellent, CoffeeCircle, yes, of course, very well done. But when it comes to doing business, you're founder-orientated companies, you really wanted to start this company and start it from scratch. can you just shortly share some of the main things that you've experienced in the first phase of this company, Björn?
I think, as everybody knows, it's extremely hard and many hours and 7 days a week and long nights. What's really important to know, I think, is that finance rounds take incredibly long and much longer than you expect them to be, and sorting out contracts with your investors is a big deal to get sorted during your daily job.
So how did you do that when you didn't have the knowledge yourself to check if this contract was in your favor?
Well, I have a really good board of directors and consultants and friends who have started startups who have little shares in our company. Yeah, we got it sorted with hard work and a really good team. Yeah.
How about you, Martin? Most important lessons. Why are you laughing? Did so many things go wrong? I mean...
Yeah, exactly. That's why you need still keep on laughing about yourself. I think that's a very important lesson I learned. Otherwise, if you take yourself too serious, it's just not going to work out, because it's just too many things. You just fuck up, basically. But apart from the fact you can influence, there's just like 50% of the stuff going wrong you just cannot influence. And I just thought about what went wrong in the first place is that we ended up not having any coffee here because a bridge broke down between the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, and the harbor in Djibouti, and we were just, of course, didn't know where our coffee is, and it took, I think, about 4 more months until it arrived, and it was good because we couldn't finish the website before anyways, but so, you should keep on being in a good mood.
A big advantage that you have, that if you have problems in Ethiopia, it immediately sounds very spectacular, right? A bridge broke. On the other hand,
the bridge.
Yeah. On the other hand, the traffic here in Berlin can also be very adventurous. But I mean, how do you solve that? Do you have an office in Ethiopia, or how does it work? Because it's far away.
Well, to always have enough coffee, you just put enough on stock. I mean, it's harvested once a year anyway, so you have to source it once a year. And the other thing is we are there regularly, so at least twice a year, and we now keep on sending people over so that we always have somebody near the ground in Ethiopia. Plus you have partners, you have cooperation, so it is possible. Even though it's Ethiopia and it sounds very exotic, the ways we are doing business and the way we, I think, also make CoffeeCircle successful is that we use the modern ways to communicate and technology, and this is also in Africa. It arrived, so it's...
Yeah, tell us more about that.
There are phones, and there's internet.
And there's internet on the phones.
And it is even much faster than it is here, actually.
No.
Because
do they have 4G in Ethiopia?
30G, actually, they're implementing right now. Siemens is like the first one now. But they do actually really have an advantage because they don't need to have to cope with the old technology in making like all the technologies working together, so they can just implement the latest one.
Yeah. There is one aspect, though, that I find very interesting on CoffeeCircle. That's the business ethics. Usually in this program, when we talk to tech startups, it's all about business, all about iterating how to get the most profit out of it. But obviously, you deal with a partially corrupt country and partners. So how do you handle these problems?
Actually, we never faced corruption in Ethiopia yet. Yet, I say, because we're comparatively small, I guess. So that's not an issue. And the ethical, let's say, DNA of CoffeeCircle, I mean, thinking back, the reason why we founded CoffeeCircle was not like being the #1 supplier of the best coffee in the world. It started with finding a business solution in order to reduce poverty in Ethiopia. And then we discovered basically at the same time that there is just so much great coffee in Ethiopia, but it always was going parallel to each other. So so I think the ethics is just part of our DNA in our company. So it's
What do you think in general of business ethical issues here in Berlin when it comes, you're dealing with very poor people, but Praktikanten here in Berlin or interns can also be very poor and can also be exploited for a pretty long time. What's your take on that? Do you think that there should happen something to control it more, or do you think, hey, this is a liberal market, it should be possible, if you choose to do that, then there's no problem?
Of course it should be liberal. I mean, all of our operations are based on economics incentives, also in Ethiopia. But if you define money as like the first goal you have, then you can discuss about the money interns get, basically.
Okay.
But it's not all about the money. I do think that there are better jobs and more attractive jobs, and you maybe just are paid half of the money, and you just have the much more fulfilled daily life. And it sounds very like, oh, you're a nice guy, yeah? But it's actually true, because I think we're not the ones paying the most, and nevertheless, I do have the feeling, hopefully nobody tells me the opposite, that we do have a very great culture and people are really happy working for us.
Yeah. When we talk about the culture in a company, Wonderpots, when I come into the store at the Georgenstrasse, I feel different. It's really a different kind of store. It's very gemütlich. They say in German. It's nice. You know, a lot of attention for detail. And then you're selling ice cream. Normally, you go to an Italian shop and buy a couple of bowls of ice cream. So why this combination of making like a home zimmer, or like doing it like this? What's the philosophy behind that?
Well, obviously we want to sell our product 12 months a year, so we had to create an environment that works 12 months a year. And in Germany, as we can see today, it's really chilly. So I want to create an atmosphere that's warm, charming, and inviting all year round. And I used to be an architect, actually. That's my background, and that's why I love all the details. And that's what I've been doing in my past, designing environments. And it's more about the Wonderpots experience, and I sometimes happen to say we just happen to sell frozen yogurt. We're just trying to sell happiness and let our customers leave with a smile.
Yes.
Little details, like we're playing the Brüder Grimm Hörspiele in our toilets, which is like a little detail that you find we don't talk about, we just do, and little notes on the tables, and
so people stay longer on your toilets.
Yeah, I don't mind if people just come for a little session in the toilets, but it's for the experience, and no one really does it that way. And all the frozen yogurt shops I've discovered and seen are really chilly, not inviting, and don't work when it's cold outside.
Yeah. So this is this would be a very good commercial spot for Wonderpots, don't you think? Selling it like this, yes, yeah. But is there any, what's the critical point for you guys? Because now, how many stores do you have?
3 at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking for investment to expand actively?
We're in a small in-between round for the next 2 shops, and we have a big round coming up in second quarter next year. Yeah.
Okay. Do they call you, or do you have to call them?
They call us at the moment already, but we have a really good investor on board who has already talking to his partners and friends, and we are seeking to raise a serious amount to open another 12 to 20 shops over the next 2 years.
So it's all good. Yeah.
It's really hard work, but I have a fantastic team in the shop and in head office, so makes life easier.
And to do something for yourself after being an architect, being also in that scene, do you regret it, or is there any?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not one moment that you have regretted it?
Never ever. No. It doesn't feel like a job, to be honest. It feels like doing a hobby every day, even though there are hard times when you're really upset about contracts, lawyers, things that go wrong in the shop, but that's just part of the challenge to create something beautiful.
Okay, let's leave it at that. Can I have a big round of applause for Björn and Martin, ladies and gentlemen? And you cannot see her, but I can. And Teresa, this wonderful musician, is going to play for us a second song. After this, we're going to the pitches. So if the pictures of the products will be, oh, you're already, okay. So wait for the song and then come to the, okay, yeah, very good. Okay. So Teresa is going to do her little sound check, because she has to test if everything is okay. Are you using the hashtag F6 show if you want to, talk with us, ask some questions? I will ask them directly in the show, so participate with us. And audience, do you have a good time? Wow, that is really the response that I was waiting for. Also thanks to you guys, because you're letting us in, providing us with yogurt ice cream, with coffee. I mean, it's really nice that we can build something like this together.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you like it so far?
Yeah, we absolutely like it.
Okay,
So please enjoy yourself. It's everything wherever
we don't
you
have
find
to
it.
leave yet, so that's a good thing. Wait for the after party, of course. Teresa, are you ready?
Or do we still have
You're
to fill
not
up the
ready.
next 30 minutes?
Wow, this is taking a long time.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes, yeah.
Where do you think is, let's say, Mali.
Where Mali is?
That was right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, you're too smart.
Yeah, that's West Africa, Mali. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good. So one more.
Yeah, I mean, we have Teresa. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, Teresa is ready. Thank you so much. Go ahead. What are you going to play?
The song is called Happiness.
Okay, Peter, do we have some sound for Teresa?
That
Yes?
would also be nice.
Where can people find you online?
People can find me on my website.
Yes,
www.teresabergmann.com.
Okay, and Bergman with one N, right?
Bergman with one N, Teresa without an H.
Yes, okay. I loved your first song, guys.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead with the second.
There will be time for all I need. My peace of mind will come when I find reason. I'll let you in. I promise, and I mean it. All I need is time. And your touch won't leave me cold and unaffected. I won't explode when you offer suggestions. I'll leave you quivering. I'll raise you when times are tough. And I'll owe it all to you in everything you do. But you have to see what's waiting there for me. My happiness is hiding just around the corner. It's so circumflex when the car is set out. Wrap it up, my dear. I will be yours again until I am all see. Then I'm on my way to happiness. Boom, 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 boom. There will be time for all I need. My peace of mind will come when I find freedom. I'll drive away again to find myself everywhere else. Oh, but until then, well, I'll owe it all to you in almost everything you do. But you suck me dry. It's 'cause I see the light. My happiness is hiding just around the corner. It's so sorry if I'm so hard. Sometimes it's easy to forget. And I'll be yours again till I am all see. Then I'm on my way to happy happiness. But a bone, but I don't know. But a bone, but I don't. But I daddy, but I don't. But I don't. But I don't do. But I day. Yes, I'm but happiness is a butterfly with gentle wings. You know, if you chase it by, it'll fly away each time. You won't get there if you just sit a while. Then maybe it would stay with you for a day. Well, you find your happy. My happiness is hiding. It's around the corner. It's a wall in the land of mountains, clouds, and trees. I'll find it there. I will be yours again until I am all see. And I'm on my way to happiness. La la la, but I don't know. But I bum 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 bum. But I daddy, but I don't. But I don't. But I don't do. But I don't do. But I don't. Is I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way. Hey, hey. Vielen Dank.
This was awesome to, yeah, this was great, man. Alex, you're wonderful, man. How many instruments do you even play? I mean, what's there in your suitcase? A lot. Yeah, too much. Don't your neighbors ever get tired of you? No, never? I can imagine. Yeah, you can come and play at my house anytime. I would think that's really cool. Okay, so are you now watching from another city in Europe and you think, oh my God, this FridayatSix show is actually something that could fit our startup scene perfectly? Then you can also write me, info@FridayatSix.com. We'll fly in and do the same thing as we are doing here now, trying to give you lots of valuable information and also to have fun in the event and online for the people watching the videos on demand, later. So it's time for the pitches. Can I ask if Konatix wants to come on stage? Only one guy. And I also want to have Joshua Benner from Favorite on stage. Joshua, you're here. Give them a big applause, guys. Yeah, just starting out, so you know they have to prove themselves. Take a microphone. You have to push that thing up, yeah? And now say test.
Test.
Yes, wonderful.
Test. Yeah.
Keep it close to your mouth and give it all you have. So you both have 30 seconds. 30 seconds to tell something about your company and to try to convince this audience to take a look at your website and to maybe even invest. So go ahead. Which camera do they have to look? My camera or the other camera? Okay. Look into that camera. You have 30 seconds. Keep the microphone close to your mouth so everybody can hear you. Go ahead.
Konatix is building a new semi-automated business intelligence system to help companies do market investment and consulting research better, faster, and cheaper. We're addressing one of the major unsolved problems in business, bringing unstructured data and information from outside the company into the company in a way that can be structured and used, using machine learning and other new technologies in a complete end-to-end online system that companies can subscribe to and use for all their research work.
Yeah. Wow. This is a fluent speech, man.
Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah, really good.
Thank you.
Okay, Joshua, go ahead. Pitch this audience.
All right. So we want to introduce mobile technology into the relationship between customers and local businesses, which we feel is like 20 years ago. We've come up with a platform and an app so far that connects customers and local businesses of any kind. So far, you can use the Favorite app to follow many of the greatest places in the city and then receive their news and special offers. And you also can find out what's really cool by seeing what your friends' favorites are and also about what they have to offer near you. And there's mobile couponing and payment implemented in the app. So when you see something you really like, compulsive purchases are only 2 clicks away, and it's really tempting.
Yeah, okay. It was clear to me. It was clear to me. Maybe they had their nose in the yogurt ice cream or something like that. Yes, I thought it was a really good pitch. So, what are you looking for? Short answer, Joshua, from Favorite. What are you looking now for?
Well, we are looking for more businesses and more customers to try out the app. So far, we have 150 companies in Berlin.
Yes.
And it's a good start.
I agree, it's a good start, but you need more traction in the app.
Well, there's significant traction already, but there always can be more. I mean, Berlin is a big city.
Okay, but you don't need new employees, you don't need more investment, these kind of things?
We are financed, and we're talking to VCs for a larger round. Okay. And hey, good staff is always welcome. I mean. And yes, we are looking for developers actually.
Looking for developers.
Android.
If there are
iOS.
Android developers here in the room, you want to work for Favorite, here's Joshua, come to him.
Give me a heads up.
Yeah, but yeah, developers are scarce.
Hard to find.
Hard to find. And then you have them, and
well, they stay with us.
yeah, they stay with you.
We have them and we keep them.
Okay, they don't want to go suddenly on a holiday to Southeast Asia.
Well.
Yeah. They can be real divas, these developers, right?
Yeah. It didn't happen to us, luckily, so far.
Very good. No, I'm just trying it out. Of course, you have to say no. They're really cool people. Otherwise, it won't work for you, right? Okay, what do you need?
We're looking for another seed or angel investor right now, so please feel free to talk to us. We had an angel a few months ago that got us to the alpha version of our software, so we've proven that our technical innovations work, and now we need to get to the beta within a couple of months. We're also looking for at least one JavaScript and Java developer, always looking, so please feel free to talk to us.
Great, man. I mean, I didn't send you the questions, and it's like, it's fluent.
Cool, thank you. Well,
Did you do it a lot?
many times.
Many times.
Many times.
Yeah, well, it works. So, I mean, that's the main thing.
Awesome.
So,
thank you for having us.
yeah, no problem. Man. You're always welcome. I thought it was really nice that you emailed me.
Yeah.
Hey, can I be on the show? Of course you can be on the show.
Cool.
I mean, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
So, Koen. Yeah, I also asked Koen because, you know, it's not really for Tengelmann, but he tried to listen to what these guys had to tell. Maybe he has some questions for them. Here, yeah. Is the microphone on? Did you push it? Yeah.
Maybe for David, we've met before.
Yes.
I love your solution. One of the challenges I see is selling it to corporations. How do you think to address that? How do you convince big companies or smaller companies to buy your solution?
Well, we're still in alpha, but we've actually had much more interest than we expected. We have letters of intent and interest from some of the biggest companies in the world in finance, telecoms, consumer packaged goods, and so far just pitching to investors. Investors have networked us to their friends and companies who are interested in trying, because everyone in a big company who does research knows how hard it is.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Now I understand. You have all your employees here.
Exactly.
Also a very smart move. I like it. Yeah, that's the way to go, right? Fake it till you make it. So,
that's it.
He said letters of interest of big companies. That's not enough, right? You need the contracts.
For a company that's in alpha stage, that's a good start, I would say. And then you have to follow up on that and make them sign. And I think you definitely need a good sales force to bring it on.
Yep.
Joshua, any questions for him for Favorite?
Joshua, there's a lot of loyalty companies and apps out there that are trying to do what you do. I don't know exactly your solution, but one of the challenges I see there is getting users on your platform, on the customer acquisition side. How do you address that issue with Favorite?
Well, one difference between our app and the loyalty apps is that within our Favorite you actually can purchase things. So the businesses that work with us have a real interest to promote this platform as well, because they can generate revenues through it. We give merchandise to our partners, business cards, postcards, stickers.
And how do consumers find your app in all the apps that are on the App Store?
Well, I mean, they know Favorite, or they read about us. We have some PR going on, or they get the recommendation through the businesses, because the business want to get their customers even on our system, so they can sell to them and communicate to them if their customers are not in the restaurant or on the bar or on the pub. Yeah. So they
you
have
need to build a big reach of offline companies that are using your solutions and make it known in the world.
I mean, the approach is a little bit to slash the sales force and the marketing expense, and let our customers or our business customers do that for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Koen. Can I have a big round of applause for these pictures of Favorite and Konatix? Super enthusiastic. They came here on stage, they did it live, and that's not that easy. You try it in front of the mirror. It's not that easy to give a pitch about your idea in 30 seconds, and they did it brilliantly. Teresa, are you ready for your third song? Because I thought we're going to speed it up, because otherwise we cannot get you to play 4 more songs, and we need 4 songs of you. Thank you so much, guys. You did a wonderful job. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so afterwards, after this song, we're going to the last part of the Friday at 6 show, which are the event announcements. So I can promise you, we have two pretty smart ladies here on the show who are going to tell us about very interesting events that are going to happen here in Berlin. And, well, I can repeat it. Maybe you already wrote it down, but F6 show is the hashtag you need to use to communicate with us. FridayatSix.com is the name of the website. And just send me an email, and I will reply to you, and maybe something happens out of that. Yes, I'm also a media entrepreneur, so why not? So what's this instrument that you now have? Uhu?
An udu.
An udu.
Udu, yudu, udu.
I love this.
Why wouldn't you know that?
It's so exotic. It's so cool. Thanks.
It's very exotic, our Alex. The next song is called Open Up. As a girl, a little girl, I said I wanted to be something, no, I won't amount to nothing, girl. I tried it once, I tried it twice, but it was clear I wouldn't make it with my sleeve hung dry. My heart was always raining on it, yeah. It was clear I couldn't lie. Though I tried so hard to rectify it. Oh, how it flows. My bubbling thoughts are right down to my toes. And conversational woe. Well, it's true through the night, no fate, no respite. If I give you my secrets, would you believe them? Would you see what to know and cherish my past? Would you find time to keep it? Would you hold that I'm breathing and never betray what I have given so first? As a boy, a lonely boy, he said he wanted to be something, but he could not find his way. Hey, hey, hey. So his heart and sleeve, they went and had it out. But the heart he could not say. Now he sits alone at the bar, just filling up his soul with an empty place. And as long as he can only see himself, oh, how it flows. My bubbling thoughts are right into my head. With such eloquent prose, a detail of the bills, it is ugly with a kiss. If I give you my secrets, would you believe them? Would you see what I know? Cherish my past. Would you find out to keep them? Would you hold and breathe them? And never betray what I have given so fast. If he's too old to die young and she's too young to die free, well, somewhere in the middle of all these very people, there's me. Too old to die young, she's too young to die free. Somewhere in the middle of all these very people, there's me. It's me. Oh, if I give you my secrets, would you believe them? Would you see what I know? Cherish my past. Would you find out to keep it? Would you hold and breathe it? Never betray what I have given so fast. And I need nothing more you. I can hold and hold it, babe. And better yet, it's all there. And it within my soul. 'Cause I'm open, I feel this. And I'll give you all my secrets. And better yet, don't forget, you gotta look into. Oh, be a star, increase your sight. Be the beat without the fight. Open up. See
Super. Please stay on stage because we want to hear one more last time. So can the event announcers come on stage? Yes. Did you bring... okay, now I have to check. The names are... That's Maite, that's you? Oh. Ah, you're also there. Oh, okay, Maite, yes. Thank you so much for being here. Take a microphone. It has to be on. So up, yeah, up. Okay, we're going to keep this very short. Thanks for coming. What events do you want to announce? Catriona, you first.
Hi.
And do it like you want everybody who's here to come. Now.
We're planning a B2B event for February because we want to make B2B cool. And we want all of you to get involved. Find us on our Facebook group, find us on our blog, and yeah, get involved because we're looking for sponsors, locations, and it's going to be a really good event.
Yes, URL, where can people find you?
We're on the B2B Europe Facebook group.
B2B Europe Facebook group. And everybody can join that?
Yeah, anyone can find us and come to our open meetups.
Okay, when is the first meetup? Repeat it. It's very powerful to repeat things.
There's going to be one next week on Thursday.
Next week on Thursday?
Yeah.
And it's a meetup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come and find us.
And the B2B Facebook group, B2B Europe Facebook group? Yes. Next week when?
7:30 at Webworker.
7:30 at Webworker.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing job. Thank you. Maite, when's your event?
It's my event is next Wednesday, the 31st. It's Halloween. And it's on the Theater Kapelle Friedrichshain.
Yes.
And now I'm going to explain what it is about. The event is called Pitch Slam. And yeah, it's a show and a competition where entrepreneurs compete with their business idea.
Yeah.
And it consists of 3 rounds, 3 pitches of 1 minute, elevator, execution, and vision pitch.
Yes.
And
people will forget this. Just repeat when it is and how people can join.
Okay, it's next Wednesday in
Next
the
Wednesday.
evening. Theater Kapelle Friedrichshain, and you can find us at pitchslam.eu.
Pitchslam.eu.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, girls. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Very well done. So attend these events next Wednesday and next Thursday. You have to be here. B2B Europe for the event on Thursday and for the Pitch Slam Wednesday in a very nice location, a Capella. So that's really a spectacle. So, Teresa, will you please end this FridayatSix show because I think you're doing an amazing job. Alex as well. Yeah. I want to take you home with me to play all night. Is that possible?
Us both or just Alex?
Yeah. What did I say? Did I admit?
We can talk about it afterwards
was my
anyway.
Question. Yeah. So, thank you all for watching this FridayatSix show online, and thank you, audience, all for coming. We're going to have a really good time afterwards. This is something that the people who are now online, unfortunately, are not going to experience. But we are going to drink a lot of beer, eat more pizza, yogurt, ice cream, and afterwards we'll drink some coffee, and then we'll party on all night. Thank you, Peter Hasenberg, my director. If you need really good live stream registration, then you go to videobricks.nl. Thank you so much also on the team, everybody who made this possible. If you want to have contact with the FridayatSix show, please write me an email, info@FridayatSix.com. Thank you so much for watching and see you next month. Thank you, guys.
The last song I'm going to play is called Long Walk Home. It's the title of my upcoming album. Remember it. Long Walk Home. Home. The long walk home. What is meant for me, it calls me on. Already so strong, the call of home. Whoa, ho, ho. Oh, just so far to go till we can say that we'll make our way across the sea. Humble beginnings, oh, 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 knowing I've grown to go home. Just where to go. Oh, 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 my beloved home, so patiently there she waits for me across the sea. Oh, her love follows me, to go home. Whoa, whoa, she's letting me go. One more, and trusting I will know more, but the right way home. Thank you very much.